Ah, yes. Home sweet home. Mrs. H., where are you? I can't cover you with the parole board for the rest of my life. If you get this note tonight, be sure you scrub the bathroom floor with ammonia. As there was a minor catastrophe with a nervous 4-year-old earlier. There is a throne being polished for me in heaven, I know. Also, this pile of mail belongs to that attorney next door. If she's in, take it to her. Over my dead body, I will take it to her.
Bella, this will never do.
What?
You here. Come on, let me take you away from all of this.
Jim. Hey, Mike. Have you seen John? I just talked to the duty nurse upstairs, and she said that he was down here.
Yeah, he was here earlier, but he left. But he just called in.
Where is he?
He's out on the docks looking for a woman named Judy.
Judy? Judy's that hooker, the one that can prove what John and Charlene are saying about Taylor is true.
Michael, I gotta tell you, I think John is a little obsessed when it comes to Taylor.
You kidding? You have any idea what she's done to Charlene?
Michael, I work with Taylor. I've sent some of my patients to her. It's hard to believe that she could do some of the things that John says she's done.
Well, what if she has, Jamie?
Hey, Mike, Jamie.
Hey, John. Look, Jamie just told me where you've been. Anything happen?
I just talked with one of Judy's friends who said that Judy never would have left town without telling her first.
You think Taylor's done something?
After what I've just heard, I'm sure of it.
What do you mean, no? I'll give you the money. I'll give you enough to start your life all over again. What are your terms? Looking for these? I saw the tape recorder. You lied to me. You told me you were Charlie.
It's over, Taylor. I didn't want to do this, but you didn't give me any choice.
You can't do this to me.
Taylor, it's done. You can't hurt me anymore. This tape proves that you've been manipulating me to get to John. So I just hope you get the help you need.
Charlene! You're right. It is over.
Put the gun down, Taylor.
Close the door.
Close the door! You're not gonna shoot me.
Move over there.
You're not gonna shoot me.
I don't really think this is the time to dare me.
Taylor, you wouldn't shoot anybody.
I can do whatever I have to. You think I'm gonna let you walk out of here and ruin everything I've worked for all of my life?
I don't want to ruin anything. I don't.
Get away from that door!
Okay. Just think about what you're doing.
Be quiet.
Do you really think you can get away with this?
She was in the middle of a psychotic episode. She was coming right towards me. had to defend myself. You forced my hand, Charlene.
Taylor, if anything happens to me, you're the first person they're gonna come looking for.
You're a psychotic personality under my care. You have a history of violent behavior. You threatened to kill me in front of a room full of hospital personnel just a couple of weeks ago. I just don't think I'm going to have a very hard time proving self-defense.
What do you want from me? What?
First, I want that tape. And now I want this over.
Everybody listen to the little love song. It's about love silk, yeah. Love silk. Love silk. Oh, yeah, oh, Jack. Here's the story. I was walking down the beach one day in Jamaica, and I see a big tree, and I say to myself, oh, and I see like coconut, and I grab it, and I break it, and I rub out the stuff, and I rub it on. I rub it on, I rub it off. Oh, it's so soft. It's love silk. It's love silk. Oh, Carmen. Work. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Still don't remember me, do you?
Come on. I never forget a head of hair, Olivia.
Aha! Very good.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, can I come in?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm thinking.
This place looks just great. Did you guys do all this work yourselves?
Oh, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Huh.
Oh, can I get you a drink or something?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm fine.
Yes, you are. You are fine.
Was I interrupting you?
Me? No. That was my life's work. It was nothing.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
No, don't be. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Was it a love song?
Love? What's that? No, it wasn't. Are you sure I can't get you a drink? Could you please stay? Because Matt's not going to come back for a while, and I could really use the company.
Well, sure. Okay.
Yeah? Great. Oh, just exactly how far out of town did Sam go? I mean, he's not coming back tonight or anything, is he?
No, I don't think so. Not unless there's a red eye from Florence.
Florence, Italy. Mm-hmm. Really? Viva Italia.
Where are you? I'm not going to hurt you. Where are you? Come on. Where are you hiding?
I got you! Come on, get in. Boy, you really know how to show a girl a good time, huh?
How many other guys do you know who would bring their dates to an abandoned amusement park by the shore? I ask you, how many? How many?
One.
See that?
This is kind of a sad old place, huh? When did it close down?
Years ago. My stepfather used to bring me here when I was little. We used to ride those bumper cars at least once a week during the summer. Wasn't sad back then.
I like the idea of you sharing your memories with me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me too.
How come there aren't a lot of people out here tonight?
Well, the cops arrest about 50 kids a summer for trespassing.
Oh, that's why we're here?
That's one reason.
And what's the other?
I love the sound of the ocean.
Matt?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the ocean.
Hey, when you live in the Midwest, that's the ocean. You make do.
I think this is a lot better than just making do.
So do I.
You know, I've never seen the ocean. East or west.
I'll have to show you one.
I'm having such a good time.
You're so shy.
I am not. Okay, all right, maybe a little.
I didn't say I don't
But I'm getting
like...
better, aren't I?
I didn't say I don't like shy. I like it a lot. Are you cold?
No.
If you're not cold, why are you trembling?
I don't know.
was what?
I thought I just heard something.
It's just the, noisy ocean, or lake, or whatever it is.
I guess.
Put the gun down now, Taylor.
How can I let you go now, Charlene?
I gave you the tape. We'll forget the whole thing.
And you can just go home and tell John everything now.
What can we prove? We have no proof.
Who else knows you were here tonight?
No one.
Grant.
No. He thinks I'm...
Your niece.
No. No. Frankie does not know anything. I did this all on my own.
Well, it was awfully clever. Just wasn't quite clever enough. Now, here's a thought for you. After you're dead, Grant can back me up when I say that Charlie came to get me.
Just don't you hear yourself? You know how crazy this
Look,
sounds.
let's go for a ride. I'll let you drive.
This isn't gonna work, Taylor. John knows. He'll know it's you. He'll be able to track you down.
And prove that I did what? Nobody's gonna find your body, Charlie. You want me to do it right here? I will! Let's go. The car's out front. You drive.
So, you talked to Mom?
Yeah, she said that Charlene just dropped Gregory off with her.
Did she say where Charlene went?
She had an errand to run, said she wouldn't be long.
John, you don't look too sure.
I want to know what the errand is.
It's all right, man. Don't worry. Charlene will be fine, I'm sure. Stacy, hey, wait a minute. Is something wrong?
Nothing.
Well, you see me standing there? You don't stop
Listen,
to talk
Michael,
to me?
I don't
You
want to
walk
have this
right by?
conversation here, all right?
Well, where do you want to have this conversation? Wait a minute. Look, I've been trying to call you for days.
Yeah, I know. I've been busy.
Are you avoiding me?
Yeah, I am.
May I ask why?
Because I don't want to give up my job for you.
Who's asking you to do that?
Donna.
What?
Donna has lodged a formal complaint with the disciplinary committee of the Bar Association.
Against you.
Yeah, against me, Michael.
What kind of complaint?
Improper conduct. Or to be more direct, she says that I am the other woman in the divorce case. And she's trying to get my license to practice suspended, and she just might do it.
There are certain things in my life I can control. The terms of my probation are not among them.
And every cloud in your sky has a silver lining, doesn't it, Bella? You're not stamping your feet about being here because your husband's mistress works right next door. Aha. And your position allows you to keep an eye on her every movement, doesn't it?
Hardly.
Well, tell me, Bella, how is the campaign going against the young woman? What's the progress?
None of your business.
Do you know, Bella, I know several lawyers who would salivate at the mention of the Hudson versus Hudson divorce. And they'd do all in their power to keep the final decree, to delay it even to the crack of doom. But you've just got to put them on the payroll.
Thank you. I've already retained counsel.
As you wish. Well, if there's anything I could do for you.
Actually, there is something you can do to help.
Goody.
Now that Michael and I aren't together anymore, I'm handling my own finances again. I thought I would do a little investing.
And that's my specialty.
Yes, I know. Now, my broker suggested that I purchase a small company that was owned or is owned by you. Does the name Charter Elm mean anything to you?
Donna, what are you trying to do to me?
I don't don't believe that
Well,
woman.
believe it, because I got a letter from the committee yesterday.
Stacy, you've done nothing wrong.
I know. You and I seem to be the only ones who believe that, though.
All right, look, I'll put a stop to it. I will make... She's just doing this to cause trouble. You
I
know
know,
that.
and it's working.
Please, don't let this come between us.
Michael, it already has.
Look, I don't understand why you didn't tell me about this when you found out.
Because of how you would have wanted to fight it.
And you don't?
Not like you do.
Stacy, since when do you give up so easily?
Since I have been on the receiving end of your wife and your daughter's quest to make my life miserable.
All right, fine. Look, I will talk to them. I will lay down the law.
Michael, don't you see? You can't do anything. They think that you are their property, and they won't give up on you.
Wait a minute. That's it? You're just going to give up on us?
I don't want to be in the middle of this anymore. And I don't want to get hurt, okay?
Like the other day, you said you could handle
Michael,
my family.
I know what I said the other day, but this isn't just personal anymore. It's not just about you and me. It's about my career, the thing that I've worked the hardest for in my life. I need it. It feeds me. And it's the one thing in my life that I can really count on.
I'd hoped you could count on me.
Can I? Really? Look, I think this is for the best.
Stacy.
I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Please.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where did you hear about Charter Elm?
Carl, I don't know anything about these businesses. Mindy just tossed a few
No,
names about.
wait. Who is Mindy?
Mindy's my broker, and one of the names that she brought up was Charter Elm. And given your history in this town and your celebrity and our connection to one another, she thought it would be a good idea to red flag the deal.
It's very funny. I mean, Charter Elm's a very small company. It's insignificant. In fact, it's so insignificant that I can't believe that I've had 2 inquiries about it in one day.
2?
Yeah, Lucas, he's been thinking about it as well.
Lucas?
And why do you suppose that is? Why do you suppose there's so much interest, so much demand in my little company?
Well, I don't know. But if I were you, I'd be careful. I don't trust Lucas, and I don't think you should have.
Why'd you say that?
Because you have been telling me how important it is for everybody to accept you in this town and for you to keep your nose clean.
Oh, yes. Always.
Well, having a man like Lucas on your payroll is hardly cleaning up your act.
Donna, I didn't know you cared.
Well, I'd like to believe you when you say you've changed.
Then you're the only person in this town who believes me.
I know you, Carl. Let's just say that I'm more forgiving than most.
That's very, very touching, Bella.
I mean, I would like to be given a second chance. I don't see why you shouldn't be afforded the same thing.
What is that?
What? This?
It's different.
It's disinfectant, Carl. Oh. I have work to do.
Yeah. Do you know, Bella, you're the only friend I have in the whole world.
Hold on.
Oh, my God!
Don't move.
Go! What's going on?
Jenna, come on out here. Someone's hurt.
Be careful.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get you to a hospital.
She left me.
Who did this to you?
She locked me up like she left me to die.
Come on, we have to get her to a hospital fast.
Shut the door.
Get the door.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Here.
know, Bella. And I know you must be very, very lonely.
I'm too busy to be lonely.
Bella, I remember clearly what your needs are.
Carl.
Yes.
Carl.
Yes, I can feel it, can't I? Is this familiar? Does it feel familiar?
You're making me uncomfortable.
Good uncomfortable or bad uncomfortable?
I love Michael.
You always did. That was never a problem.
I'd like to get him back.
I'd like to give you what you need. Well, close your mouth, dear. It's impolite to gape.
John, are you all right?
Yes. Best she's been in 3 months, isn't it?
I'm fine.
Well, I'll leave you two to chat. Good seeing you, Donna. Thanks. It felt like old times, didn't it? I'll be in touch. Bye.
Didn't have a chance to bring it to you?
How far are you going to go?
Pardon?
What would you have done with him if I hadn't come in just now?
Are you concerned about my well-being?
Oddly, yes. As well as wondering why it is that you're accusing me of having an affair with your husband when you are clearly busy with another man.
You misinterpreted what you saw. I have work to do.
Just let me ask you this. How are you going to enjoy watching my life fall to pieces if you're dead?
Lorna.
You remember? Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not interrupting.
No. Did I just make some magic happen or something? Did I rub a lamp?
I don't understand.
Oh, well, we were just talking. I was just talking to my friend Olivia. Just a second.
You know, I know we left things very unsettled when we met.
Yeah, I know, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about my partner. He's a little gun shy. You know, I think that he thought you were going to take advantage.
I don't really care what he thought. But my label's looking for 4 new songwriters.
They are.
We have 3. I want you to be in the last slot.
You do?
I mean, it's just songwriting right now, Dean. We haven't budgeted yet for new talent.
Well, it's not a problem. I mean...
We just have these great voices that just simply don't know how to write. So, does this sound like something you'd like to do?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Tell me, I'm curious. Did any of those other offers Mr. Corey was talking about come through for you?
Well, they didn't, we weren't really... No, they didn't.
I'll draw the papers up tonight.
Are you serious?
Will you be here in an hour to accept my call?
I'm not moving, yeah.
It's gonna be terrific, Dean. I don't do anything unless I know it's a sure thing. Tell Mr. Corey it's a standard contract. His lawyer should approve it by morning.
Oh, boy. It's really a shame, Dean, you know, that she's not more sure of herself, that girl.
What she is a gold mine, that one.
Do you think Matt's going to go for it?
Oh, if he doesn't, he can take this company and shove it. Yeah, are you kidding me? I love it. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine, okay?
Matt, I got your call.
Oh,
Take her to examining room 4. Here.
Hold on. It's really hurt. Oh. Okay, you're gonna be fine. Okay.
We were by Funland, by the lake. She's out of it, Jamie.
Did you get a name?
It sounded like she said Judy.
Judy. Are you sure?
Yeah, she said someone locked her up. We don't know where.
Matt, listen to me. John is here somewhere. Have him paged. Find him.
Yeah, okay, but don't
Look,
you
you
think
did
I
the right...
Crane, we have a critical coming in.
All right. Just find him.
Yeah. Okay, John!
Matt, what's up?
Jenna and I just brought in this woman we found out by Funland. Jamie told me to tell you. She said her name was Judy.
Where is she?
In that room right over there.
Thanks.
Dr. Hudson, I've got to get the blood to the lab right away. It looks like she's been drugged.
All right, great. Listen, let's get some IV started on her. Judy? Judy? Listen, you're all right. You're in a hospital. It's John, Charlene's husband.
Benson.
Dr. Benson? Did she do this to you?
She told me. Charlene.
Come on, Judy. Judy, you stay with me. What did she say about Charlene?
She's next.
Donna, do you actually enjoy watching my life fall apart?
I think you have that backwards.
I mean, I know you hate me because I'm involved with Michael.
I hate you because you've taken my son and now you've taken my husband.
I didn't do that. You did.
You can keep telling yourself that if you'd like, but I know better.
There was no breach of ethics in my professional conduct, and you know it.
We'll see what the disciplinarian committee has to say about it.
I volunteered to get off of your case.
2 minutes before I was to be sentenced.
Look, lady, if it wasn't for me, you would be making license plates in a state penitentiary right now instead of dusting your son-in-law's clinic while your limo waits outside.
If it wasn't for you, I would be with my son and my husband.
This isn't over.
We can make it be over tonight if you'd like.
I can't wait. What do you have in mind?
You gave me a choice once between my son and my husband. I'm willing to offer you the same deal.
What are you talking about?
You leave, Michael. I'll drop the charges.
You are a piece of work.
It's a one-time only offer, Stacy. Take it or leave
Do
it.
you really think that by doing this, Michael is going to want to get anywhere near you? He is furious with you.
Michael and I have been furiously passionate for over 20 years. You're trying to compete with that kind of feeling. You're not up to it.
And you're out of your mind.
Maybe. But you're pathetic. It's quitting time for me. Would you be a dear and just lock up, turn the lights off when you leave?
Michael is never going back to you, Donna.
Don't bet on it.
John, how is she?
She's not good. We can't get her stabilized. What exactly did she say to you?
She kept talking about some woman leaving her to die. She was very scared.
Just called Taylor's house. She's not there either. I gotta get out to that amusement park. She was left there because Taylor thought that no one would ever find her. I hate to do this to you, pal, but you're gonna have to cover for me.
Yeah, right.
Jamie, what is going on here?
The woman who hurt Judy. John's afraid she's after Charlene.
Her. What?
Shut up!
How did she get out of here? You brought Judy here, didn't you?
I said shut up!
She got away, didn't she?
Seems she has.
You're not going to get away with this, Taylor. She's probably already gone to the police.
I don't think she could make it.
Oh, yeah? What'd you do to her?
Same thing I'm going to do to you. Don't even think about running away, Charlene. No one would ever hear you. No one's ever even going to know whether we were here.
You own this place, don't you?
If you would only listen to me and taken me up on my offer of help.
Why would you buy an amusement park?
Sentimental reasons.
You hate carousels. But, or is it just the music?
I am the psychiatrist, and you are the patient. So don't even try to be.
You smashed Gregory's carousel, didn't you? Because why?
No!
They remind you of something terrible?
No!
Oh, yeah. What happened to you, Taylor? What happened to you on a carousel? Who hurt you? You made me look at my past and all the things I'd been hiding from all those years, remember? Oh, come on. Taylor, it was bad, wasn't it? You can't even stand to think about it, don't.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I want to get off the body! Stop it! Stop it!
Stacy, I came here to find you. I want to talk to you.
I just came by to pick up my mail.
Is there anybody else here?
Donna was here. And she said that if I stopped seeing you, she would drop the charges with the Bar Association.
And what did you tell her?
I told her that even if I left you, you wouldn't go back to her.
That's true, Stacy.
But I'm not thinking about you and Donna right now. I'm thinking about me and how much garbage I can tolerate.
Come on, Donna's a troublemaker. All right, she's just blowing off a lot of hot air here. She's a real pain in the neck. But so, what if she does get the Bar Association to take a look at your record? You're going to come out smelling like a rose. You always do. Stacy, I don't think you want to lose what we have.
I don't want to spend the rest of my life defending myself either.
You won't have to. I tell you what, I'll get somebody to defend you, all right? We'll fight this thing tooth and nail.
Donna
and we'll show
is
Donna
going to say that I took on the custody case and that I threatened to expose her affair with Jake just so I could have you.
But that happened long before you and I ever went out.
Well, I know that, but it doesn't make a difference now. We're sleeping together now, aren't we?
Not lately, we're not.
Michael, I'm not joking about this.
All right. I'm sorry.
Look, I have really tried to let every nasty comment and every degrading confrontation that comes my way sort of slide off my back, but I honestly don't know how much more of it I can take.
Hey, look, this is not going to go on forever, I promise you that.
Look, Michael, neither Donna nor Vicky are ever going to get used to the fact that I am going to be a part of your life.
But I don't care, Stacy. I'm not going to cave into Victoria or Donna. Come on, I just want to be with you.
I just want to be with you, too.
That's better.
Michael, there is something that might make you feel differently.
I doubt it. What?
I walked in on Donna and Carl right here.
I don't care.
They were kissing. How do you feel about that?
You're early.
You're late.
I've been with Donna Hudson.
Oh, you shouldn't be wasting so much time with her.
Now, she's insinuated herself into my business affairs, and I must find out why.
Well, she's no threat.
Well, I didn't think so either. Until today. Come on, tell me about your evening.
Well, the Kathleen McKinnon issue should be solved by morning.
Really?
You wanted me on the inside, Carl. I'm in.
Do tell.
Dean Frame is very excited to sign his whole life away.
And what about Master Corey?
Oh, I'll handle him.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
You see, in 1 week, D&M Productions and every one of its employees will be in my pocket. I promise you.
You're such a good girl, Lorna. You should be given a reward.
Oh.
Yes, I think you should be given a reward.
Well, I'm not making up a word of it. Ask her. I'm not making up a word of it.
Jenna, this woman that you found, is she all right?
We don't know.
Matt, are you listening to me? She wants me signed by the morning. Don't you have something to say?
That fast, huh?
You know what? If you fight me on this,
I'm not
I'm
fighting
out
you,
the
Dean. I'm
door.
not fighting you, okay?
You swear?
I just have other things on my mind, all right?
Well, I understand that. That's fine. Just you're not going to pull the carpet from under me like last time.
Listen,
right?
if she's on the up and up, this could be the best thing for your career, all right?
Thank you.
Dean.
Thank you.
No, let me go.
Oh, what a crazy night. This is a crazy night. Oh, so tell me, what happened with this woman? Go ahead. What happened? What did you do?
Well, we saved her life, we hope. She was that badly hurt?
It's a long story. I just hope everything turns out okay.
Who left you alone, Taylor?
You are not gonna get me to talk about it.
My brother hurt me when I was a little girl. You helped me get
You
better.
were sick.
And you helped me get better. Who hurt you, Taylor?
They didn't want me. They never did.
Your mother and father?
No! She drove my father away. She brought all those men to live with us, and they didn't want me. Don't leave me, Mommy. Don't go with him. I'm scared, Mommy. I begged my daddy to stay. And he left anyway. They kept leaving me. Always.
Your husband.
And Brian. And Daddy. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
I know that. I know.
They all left me.
Please, will you let me take you home now? Please. Please. Come on. It's gonna be all right.
I didn't want to hurt anybody.
I know that. I know. And so does John. Come on, let's get out of here, okay? Taylor, come on, let's go. Taylor, please don't.
You're just like her. Please. You drove John away from me just like she did my father. No! 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 Just like she was. Oh, thank you.
Gotta tell you something, Carl. This project of yours isn't going to be cheap.
Anything that is worthwhile really is, Lorna.
I mean, it's unbelievable, this kid, Dean. He's so excited he'd sign his damn life away.
Youth is wasted on the young. Tell me, as a musician, is he any good?
Well, that's not the point.
Well, no. But one must always seek out the opportunity. I mean, wouldn't it be charming to kill two birds with one stone?
What do you mean?
Get on the inside with Kathleen. And then cut a hit record besides. Oh, that'd be fun.
Hi.
Hey, Kathleen, good news.
Don't tell me Dean didn't bounce a check today.
Ah! What a comedian. Dean may be signed to a label as a kind of in-house songwriter.
Really? That's great, Dean. Hi, I'm Kathleen McKinnon.
Olivia Matthews. Are you Liz's niece, the dancer?
That's me.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Thanks, you too.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi,
nice
Jenna.
to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Well, I came here to work. I don't want to bust up your party.
You know, you don't have to put in so many hours.
When you're bored, you do. You don't understand. Is it okay if I work in the back?
Well, okay.
Thank you. Try to keep a low profile just for you.
Matt, do you think you should call the hospital?
No, I don't want to bother Jamie. He said this woman was in pretty bad shape.
So you're saying that somebody kidnapped this woman, just dumped her in the middle of nowhere?
Who was kidnapped?
Relax.
What are you guys talking about?
This has nothing to do with you, Kathleen, for once.
Taylor, please don't. Just like her. You drove John away from me just like she did my son. No! 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 Just like she was.
Johnny! Johnny! Johnny!
Well, I might give you a wake-up call myself. You know, if Lorna wants your John Hancock on the contracts, okay?
Fine, fine.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
See
Have a
ya.
good one.
Thanks for the soda, Dean.
No
Ciao.
problem.
Well, you must be really excited about this new deal.
Yep, I am.
I'm really happy for you.
I guess your job is safe for a while, so.
No, Dean, I'm happy for you because a guy with your talent deserves to do what he loves to do. I gotta work here.
Yeah, I gotta finish that jingle. Right. Thanks. You, still have that security guy working out front?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure it's somebody that we know. Oh, what a surprise.
Hi, Dean. Hey there, Kathleen.
We're busy here, Cass.
Yeah, we're burning midnight oil.
Well, I just want to talk to Kathleen.
I can't. I'm busy.
No, I can't. You'll have to excuse me. I can't get in the middle of this.
Kathleen? Kathleen? I will talk to you. Kathleen?
I'm hungry, I couldn't sleep, and I knew you'd be here.
How'd you know that?
I called Vicky and she told me, here, I brought all of this fattening, artery-blocking food, which normally would make me want to puke, but tonight, for some reason, it sounds good. Go figure.
You are going to eat a cheeseburger?
Nah. Ryan, I still have my standards, but these fries dipped in the chocolate shake, wonderful.
Well, everything smells fantastic.
It actually smells like a greasy coffee shop, but I knew you'd need it. I also knew you would need help going through this stuff.
You sure you want to take care of this stuff tonight?
Haven't had a better offer so far.
Okay.
Wow. Carl has his hand in all of these companies.
Yeah, at one time or another.
Busy guy.
Yeah, he's the Donald Trump of the underworld.
I was hoping that something might just jump out at me from the paper, but so far, no luck.
Can't Carlos help?
No, Carlos hates paperwork. So do I.
But Vicky would be so pleased.
Not if she knew that I was poking around in Carl's business, she wouldn't.
True. Here, you, eat your burger, and I'll pick up where you left off, okay?
I really don't think that this is the case for you, Frankie.
Oh, sure it is.
No, because you're personally involved, and you know what the first rule is. Don't get involved in a case in which
Ryan, you are too, so no lectures.
Frankie,
Don't, Ryan.
did something happen?
No more than usual.
Bull, you're a mess.
I cannot spend another night alone in that house.
Sorry.
I don't know what to do anymore. I left Cass with Kathleen today, and I haven't heard from him since. I'm ready to crawl out of my skin. I don't know what's happening to me.
Please, Philip! Put down the gun! Let us help you! You'll leave me too. No, I won't. I won't. I'm not like your mother, Taylor. I'm not. I will help you. I'll take care of you. No one else has to hit her again. No, not me. Not you. Please, Taylor. It's over.
Give me the gun, Taylor. It's over.
Kill you first.
Taylor!
Mark! In case you forgot, I do not live alone.
Feels pretty quiet in here tonight.
You don't know my family. Just when you think it's safe, they come crawling out of the woodwork.
Then I think it's time that you gave me your answer to my invitation.
You really want to do Europe with me and a 3-year-old?
Uh-huh.
Some guys would say 3 is a crowd.
Not me. And while I'm working, you can show her the city.
Have you ever asked for diapers in Hungarian?
Amanda, you've used every excuse in the book to try and discourage me, and it's not working, in case you haven't noticed.
I just don't want you to think that going on a trip with me and my daughter is going to be easy.
It's your mother, isn't it?
What?
She doesn't want you to go away with me, and you're starting to listen to her.
My mother does not tell me what to do.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes, I tell her all the time. She just doesn't listen to me. Have a nice dinner?
Very French.
Ah,
Grandma made goulash.
See, everyone's thinking Hungarian.
Allie's upstairs singing in her bed. I think she heard you come in.
I swear she has radar.
Why don't you go up and see her?
Maybe in a little while.
Oh, it's all right. I'll give Mark some tea. I have it all made.
Sorry. I won't be long.
Should be interesting.
Sugar?
Not for me. I didn't mean anything just now.
When you told my daughter to ignore me?
I didn't say she should ignore you.
It's all right. You're dating the boss's daughter. I guess it's difficult.
Not my boss. I left Corey.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
You don't want Amanda to go away with me, do you?
Oh, I just think it would be better if you two got to know each other a little bit before you took a very long trip together.
I'll be working every day. She'll have Allie.
Why are you doing this?
I like Amanda. A lot. Why don't you tell me what this is really about?
I don't want my daughter hurt again.
Are you sure that's all?
I think that's quite enough, don't you?
I'm not after your daughter's money. What do I have to do to prove it?
See those two beams up there? They had to be replaced because of the fire. My mom decided to use the same wood as the columns right over there.
Well, I think it looks great, Matt.
Thanks.
Hey, you'd hardly know the whole place was destroyed.
Good thing nobody was hurt.
And that it didn't spread to the main house.
Hey, how about some food? I'll go get some.
Matthew, I've really got to go.
Why?
Well, you two were on a date before I got here, so...
Come on, Sam's out of town, you're single, you're staying with us.
Really?
Make sure she doesn't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Dean told me you two are seeing each other now. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, he's really good to me.
Well, Matthew's a great guy. What can I say? Did I ever tell you about my sister, Josie?
Josie's your sister?
Well, half-sister.
Well, yeah, he mentioned that they almost got married and that it would have been a mistake.
Yeah. It was real hard on Matthew when they broke up.
What's she like?
Josie? Well, actually, the more I think about it, you two are a lot alike.
How can you say that? I mean, she used to be a model. She's making a movie in Hollywood.
Well, that's not who Josie is, believe me.
Did she have a lot of boyfriends before Matt?
No.
But she's got to be more experienced than...
You.
I think Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm has been around the block more times than I have.
I really wouldn't worry about that. In fact, I think Josie and Matthew got into trouble by pushing things too fast. Matthew's not going to pressure you.
Oh, I don't think he will either. But, well, if I'm not ready...
Oh, I see. You're afraid he's going to look somewhere else. You know, it doesn't have to be like that. I mean, it wasn't for me.
It wasn't?
Mm-mm. The man I'm with, Sam, I mean, he's been married.
To Matthew's sister, right?
Right. So he had certainly been around the block, and I sure hadn't.
You hadn't?
Mm-mm. Sam was the first.
But you seem so... I mean, you don't act like...
Like a little kid? Right, well, Sam waited for me. And I made love with Sam because I loved him. And I was ready. I wanted to.
You knew?
Sure did.
Well, what happens? I mean, do you wake up one morning and there's a thumbs up sign on the bathroom window or something?
You'll know. Don't ask me how, but you will know.
It's a pretty scary thing.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? If you're careful and you're sure about your choice, it doesn't have to be scary at all. Listen to me. I sound like your mother.
Mother couldn't have this conversation.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I wouldn't know. I never had one to speak of.
Me neither. Thanks, Olivia.
You know, I really am going to go.
No, Matt said he
No,
wanted...
Matthew is a real sweetheart, but I think I'd like to let you two have the rest of the night alone.
My palms get sweaty whenever I think about him.
Well, that's good, right? I mean, it's healthy. Actually, you know what? I get the feeling Matthew feels the same way about you.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. You may be just the person Matthew needs. Have fun.
Stand next to Charlene. Do what I say or I'll kill you both!
Give me the gun, Taylor. No one's gonna get hurt tonight if you just give me the gun.
Taylor, it's all right. Georgie's got a tape that proves what she's been trying to do to me. We gotta get it. We've got to.
Listen, you go call the police. I'm going after her.
No, John, be careful. She'll kill us. I know she will. She said she heard Judy.
She did. That's how I found out where you were. Judy's in the ER.
Is she all right?
She's not good. Go and call the police. Find her. It's gonna end tonight.
John, be careful! Be careful!
Did you hear what I said, Kathleen? What I'm trying to do here, Kathleen...
I like that part, Dean. Play it again louder.
How can we get past our mistakes if we don't deal with them?
Our mistakes?
Oh, she heard that one. Okay, all right. My mistake, all right? Kathleen, don't you see what I'm trying to do here? Kathleen?
I can't hear you.
I'm trying to apologize. Didn't you hear me? I said apologize. I thought you'd rejoice to see me swallow my pride like this.
What was that, Cass?
Hey!
Okay, all right.
I was putting that all in the memory. You erased the whole thing.
Believe me, it was forgettable.
Cass, you can't do this. This is my place.
I'm sorry, Kathleen. You were right. Now, I know you heard me that time.
D&M Productions. Yes, Miss Devon. He's right here.
Lorna, hi. Hi.
Oh, Dean, good. I was afraid that you wouldn't be there.
Oh, well, you said that you were going to call. I said I'd be here. I promised.
Well, I'm so glad you keep your word. Well, I've spoken to my people. And, do you think it's all right if you and your partner take a meeting before noon tomorrow?
Yes, yes.
Great. Have you told Mr. Corey about my plans yet?
Well, yeah, he won't be any problem. He won't give you a hassle. He's into it.
Wonderful. But, you know, I really can't do it at my hotel room. Can I come by the studio?
You, name the time.
11-ish?
Great, great.
I'd like to meet the whole staff.
You would?
If we're all going to be working together.
Well, no, it's not a problem. Fine.
Great. Then I'll see you then.
Yeah. Oh, listen, thanks, Lorna. Really.
You're welcome. Really. Piece of cake.
As your teacher, mustn't be too cocky.
Well, Kathleen takes her work seriously. She's been there all night.
Don't be naive, Lorna. She's a dedicated professional.
So am I.
Now look, when you spring the video deal, make it part of the package and choose just the right moment.
Oh, I will.
The inclusion of Jake, the black sheep cousin, that's essential.
How you doing, kiddo?
Okay. Sorry about that little tear fest before.
Yeah, forget it.
I really am all out of whack. I've got to get my charts done again. None of this is tracking with Pasham's predictions. You think I'm a space shot?
Well, it's part of your charm.
Right.
French fries have your name on them.
Yeah, I know, but you have them. I'm not really hungry.
You just said you were starving.
I know, but, I'm feeling a little bit queasy all of a sudden.
Probably such close proximity to so much animal fat.
Yeah, that must be it.
Frankie, what's the matter?
Oh, all these names are sort of mushing together on the screen here.
Well, maybe you should take a break.
I really should keep busy.
No, what you really need is sleep.
Sleep? What's sleep?
When was the last time you slept the night?
Oh, I can't remember. Wow.
Frankie, are you okay?
No.
What's the matter?
Ryan, I don't know, but something's wrong. I can feel it. Oh, John, where are you? Come on, this is no time to be a hero.
Here, breathe out of this.
I'm not going to barf, Ryan.
Frankie, you're hyperventilating. You've got to breathe in and out of this.
Is that the bag the burger came in?
Yes.
I am going to barf, Ryan. I want to get it out of here.
Jeez, there's got to be something around here.
No, wait. I'm okay.
No.
Really?
No, you're really pale.
I feel like a wet rag. Ooh, this sure is fun, isn't it?
What happened?
I don't know. You know, I haven't really eaten anything today. I didn't even have my yeast shake this morning.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Yeah, I'm okay. I really am.
You know, it wouldn't be so bad for you to go get a checkup or something.
Yeah, I hate doctors, you know, except for John and Jamie.
All right, what was that?
I don't know. I've just, I've been getting these weird, like, feelings all night.
What kind of feelings?
Don't worry, if I think my eyes are gonna roll back into my head, I'll give you fair warning.
You know, maybe all this tofu and yeast stuff is really bad for you.
Spoken like a true carnivore.
No, I mean it. Maybe you should see a nutritionist, get a new diet or something.
Diet?
Is that the secret word?
What's today's date?
It's the 27th.
Oh, gosh, I have my homeopathic consultation today, and I completely forgot.
Your homeopath... Come again?
I have waited for 6 weeks to get an appointment with a specialist in the field of homeopathic medicine, and here I am passing out in a police station. What, am I crazy?
I don't know.
Well, look, if I break the speed limit, maybe I can make it.
No, you're going to tow your car and yourself before you get there. Why don't you just let me drive you?
Oh, really? Can we use the siren?
Don't push it, Mary Frances. Now, who is this guy anyway? What is he, some kind of guru
I'll
or something?
explain it to you in the car. It has to do with using herbal remedies instead. Look, can we just go, okay?
If I eat the rest of the fries in the car, do you think you're going to lose your cookies?
Well, if I think I will, I'll just stick my head out the window like a German shepherd and I'll be fine.
Olivia. Oh. Hi, I didn't know anybody was in the house.
Are you here with Matthew?
Well, I was, but he came inside. I was...
Oh. You haven't seen my mother anywhere around here, have you?
No.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I left her down here alone with Mark, and I'm starting to think that wasn't such a great idea.
Oh. Well, I'm going to continue looking for Matthew. So.
Olivia, I'm sorry for jumping down your throat last week.
Well, I'm sorry I made that crack about Sam and Mark. I really hope it works out for you guys.
It's nothing that serious.
Well, whatever.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you think Sam is happy?
How do you mean?
I mean, being alone in Europe.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for him to work.
Oh, yeah. He's always wanted to study there.
Right. So I think it's terrific. Yes, he's happy.
Well, you must miss him. I may be going to Europe myself soon.
Oh, really? Where?
Don't worry. Mark is going to Budapest, and he asked me to go with him. He has a photo shoot there.
Oh. Well, what about Allie?
He claims he wants to take her along.
Oh. Well, that would be really great for her.
Oh, and for me, too. I need a change of scenery. Big time.
I know what you mean.
Listen, we're not really sure about this yet. But if we decide to go, I'd like Sam to know about it.
Oh, you don't want me to tell him?
I don't know why. I mean, it's not like he would care.
Well, I'll do whatever you'd like.
Well, I thought maybe you could mention it to him the next time you speak to him. And tell him that if it's a go, I'll call him myself.
Okay, sure. Well, you should go and find Mark, and I'll keep looking for Matthew. It was nice to see you, Amanda.
You too. Olivia, I really have let go of Sam.
No?
No, this is a hotel sometimes.
Hi.
Hi.
Where have you been?
Looking for you two.
Oh, I was taking Mark around the gardens. Is Matthew back yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's around somewhere.
Good.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine, Mark.
Yeah, we had a great time. Everything's squared away.
Hey, there you are.
Hey!
I just wanted to come and say goodnight.
Wait a minute, I just raided the cupboard. I snuck out the back door, I got the guns.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a little tired. Besides, you should spend some time alone with that new girl of yours. I mean, she's awful cute.
Cut that
Matthew.
out. I like her a lot.
I can tell. And you know what? She's lucky to have somebody like you. I've got to go.
Hey, Olivia,
What?
something wrong?
I just ran into Amanda.
You two have a fight?
No, it was fine. But she asked me about me and Sam, and I acted as if everything was fine, as if there was nothing wrong, and...
Something is?
Well, I haven't heard from him in over a week.
Well, Olivia, come on, he's probably busy with a lot of things over there.
No, it's not that. It's more than that. It's over.
Olivia...
I think that we all know I was just a distraction for him. And now that he's off in Europe and doing his work and he's happy, and
Wait a minute.
Obviously doesn't need to be distracted anymore.
He said that to you?
He tried to be nice, but I've lost him. I don't think that I can stand this. I don't want this, Matthew, but it's over.
Excuse me. I'm just taking up some reading matter and saying goodnight, so have fun, you guys.
Thanks for everything, Rachel.
Oh, you're very welcome, Mark. You come by and see us anytime, okay? Good night, darling.
Good night, Mom.
Listen, I think he's terrific. Not that that should matter, but I'm sorry if you thought I was giving you a hard time. Good night.
Who is that woman, and what have you done with my mother?
Come here, I missed you.
I'm serious. What did you do?
I just
Slip on
laid
Mickey or
my
something?
cards on the table and stood up to her.
What cards?
Well, first of all, I told her I wasn't after you for your money.
Oh, great opening. Great. Yeah.
Then I told her the last thing I had any intention of doing was marrying you.
All right, what did you tell her you wanted?
To make love to you in every hotel in Budapest.
I'm going to faint.
From anticipation.
No, from shock. You cannot tell a date's mother that you want to take her daughter to bed.
Sure you can. Granted, not just any mother. I mean, your mother's different. I knew what you needed to hear.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Then you didn't really mean it. You just said it because you thought it was what she needed to hear.
Oh, I meant it all right.
Uh-huh. And where is my daughter going to be while all of this romancing is going on?
We'll find some 3-year-old Hungarian who will teach her folk dancing or something.
Spoken like a true bachelor.
Amanda will work it out. So does he, yes?
This is a definite maybe.
Hard to get. Loses its charm after a while with me.
Well, sometimes you have to be patient to get what you really want.
Back.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I struck gold in the pantry.
Olivia had to leave.
Yeah, actually, I ran into her on the way back here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's having a little trouble.
Really?
Yeah, Sam being gone, the separation, it isn't helping.
It isn't.
No.
That's weird. I mean, she and I, we were just talking, and she said...
What?
Nothing. Nothing. It's not important. I hope things work out for her. I like her.
Yeah, she likes you too, you know.
I'm glad.
You hungry?
A little, I guess.
Have some chips?
Olivia also told me about Josie.
Uh-huh. Did she upset you?
Do you miss her? Josie, I mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's just I haven't thought about Josie in a while.
You really cared about her, didn't you?
Yeah, I told you.
And all of that's gone now?
No, it's not gone. It's different. It's quiet. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Well, it wasn't meant to be. Me and Josie. I don't regret it. I don't regret loving her. And I'll always have a place for her, you know, in my heart. I think that's the way it is with anyone you care that much about. You try to think about and hold on to the good things and forget the bad things.
Sometimes I wonder how people ever stay together.
It's one of the hardest things in the world. Sometimes you just get lucky, I guess.
You're not gloating.
I never gloat.
I don't apologize easily, you know that.
Except when you make a complete ass out of yourself.
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
Oh, no?
No.
Is that why in one breath you say you care about me and in the next you're sleeping with Frankie?
That's it. That's it for me. That's it for me. You know what, Cass? Why don't you do everybody a favor and leave, man? Seriously.
Kathleen.
Just go.
You better not let him hear you do that. He takes his keyboard very seriously.
What do you want, Cass?
I want you to know that I made a decision.
Now, you know that the police are watching my building.
Yes, Carl. Don't forget, I'm an old hand at this.
I know. That's why I let you work with me.
Who lets who work with whom?
Now, we shall not see each other for a time. In the flesh, so to speak.
I'll miss you.
Yes, I know. I'll miss you too, my dear. Now, we can't have any slip-ups. No one must find out about this relationship. It would spoil more than you know.
Will you miss me?
Yes, my dear, you know I will. Now, I'll contact you as before.
Good.
Those children and their chaperone. I must have them totally under our control.
Don't underestimate me, Carl.
Don't give me cause.
What kind of decision?
I never wanted to hurt you.
Oh, Frankie?
Could I get this out without fighting you for the floor, please?
Sorry.
Thanks. I've been bouncing between the two of you because
Because you've got ants in your pants.
Keep quiet.
My lips are sealed.
I've been thinking about this a lot, and here's the deal.
Gee, if I don't like it, can I pick door number 2, Monty?
You are impossible.
That's why you love me.
It was one of the reasons.
Was?
Look, I know what life with Frankie is because that's where I was just a couple of months ago before you came back.
What are you saying, Cass?
What I don't know, what I can't know, is what life could be with you because 4 years have gone by and we've changed.
Go on.
I want to know if we can.
Can?
Be together.
Together as in you and me?
As in time together, alone, away from this town. Away from people that we know, who know us, the feds, Carl.
Frankie?
Yes,
Where is this place?
wherever we wanted to be.
What will we do there?
Gee, Kathleen, talk. Go out to dinner. Walk. Fight, laugh.
Make love?
Fight. Make fun of each other's taste in movies. Fight some more. What do you say?
Do you really mean this?
Do I ever say anything I don't mean?
Constantly. Let's go tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I dare you.
Oh, hi, Doc. Do I check out?
Did your husband leave?
My what? Oh, Ryan. He's not my husband. He's a friend. He's a cop, and he got paged for some emergency, and he had to leave. It's cool, Doc.
I think I know what the problem is.
Really? Already? Wow. Oh, okay, so tell me, am I overdoing the vitamin A? Because I hear that you can do that, but taking B-pollen counteracts the effects. You found something wrong, didn't you?
No. Nothing wrong exactly.
What is it?
You're pregnant.
couldn't you see me? Why couldn't I make you see me? I love you. I'll always be with you.
Pregnant.
Yes.
Me. Are you sure about this?
As sure as I can be until I can get a serum blood test. Actually, you should go to your OB/GYN for that.
Uh-huh. And do you think this test will say that I'm, pregnant?
I've been doing this for a long time, Frankie.
Right.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah. Fine. Thanks. Baby. Oh, Cass.
I accept your dare, Kathleen. We'll leave tomorrow.
You can clear your schedule that fast?
Well, actually, we have to make arrangements with your security people and all of that.
Oh, you can sweet talk them. Okay, I can sweet talk them.
So it might take until, say, a day after tomorrow?
Day after tomorrow.
Is that okay?
I just didn't think we'd be doing anything like this again.
Doing what?
Cassie, you sure about this?
Sure, I'm sure.
What about Frankie? Have you told her?
I will.
I just need to know that you're not going to get cold feet.
I want to spend time alone with you. We have to find out if what we still have is enough to...
It's going to be wonderful. I know it.
Police! I was the woman for you!
You don't want to hurt me, Taylor. You know you don't.
Why couldn't you see me? Why couldn't I make you see me? I love you. I'll always be with you. Always.
So what's the verdict?
The verdict?
Does our new glorious home pass the post-sunset test?
With flying colors.
Did you see the way the moonlight streamed in through the bay window in our master bedroom?
Right where the bed is gonna be?
Exactly. Oh, but there is one problem.
No. This house has no problems. I put it in the contract.
Oh, well, you missed this one.
What?
Tell me, how can we make love in the moonlight of our bedroom when we can't tear ourselves away from the roaring fire here in our spacious living room?
You sound like Bob Vila.
No, I don't think that Bob Vila talks about the romantic possibilities of a house.
There's so many possibilities in this house.
And there's room for expansion.
Oh, we're gonna need more than 6 bedrooms?
What if we adopt 6 kids?
This, my dear, is something we have never talked about.
About adopting? Sure we have.
No. I mean how many children you want.
Not that many.
You want a house full, don't you?
Not necessarily.
And you want Stephen to grow up with brothers and sisters just like you did.
Stephen can have brothers and sisters, or he can be an only child. Either way, we'll love him, we'll take care of him, and he'll be as happy as we can make him.
I wish I could give him brothers and
Marley,
sisters.
Marley. I told you this before. I don't need anything more than you.
I know, you say that now, but
And I will say that forever and ever. And ever. Now, is this sinking into your beautiful skull or what?
I don't know, kiss me one more time, I'll tell you.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. I'm getting it.
Good. Thank you. Now, let's grab something to eat. Come on.
Okay, where?
Tops is a late supper. Unless, that is, you want to try the diner on the interstate.
Oh, yes, that'd be fun.
Oh, and let's talk to Joni and find out if the Evans have taken the offer on the house.
Who got you all wound up tonight?
I just want to know that we're going to be living in this house with Stephen. Would you rather just go home?
No, let's get something to eat.
Honey, are you worried about running into Jake?
Oh, Jake won't be at Tops. He can't afford it.
How do you know?
Paulina told me.
I want to be alone.
I just wanted to pop in and say thank you.
I didn't do anything.
Sure you did. You brought that baby thing up with Marley just like I asked.
If I did it just like you asked, I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror.
Well, mission accomplished one way or another.
That mean you'll leave me alone?
I don't think so.
Why not?
One way or another, trash always ends up with trash.
Paulina, you all right?
She looks okay to me.
Is he bothering you?
Now, Felicia, I'm stung. I even put on a new, clean shirt.
It's all right, Felicia, really.
You see,
Thanks.
Paulina's my friend. She's the only one that would give me a break after my stay in the hospital.
Jake, you've had more breaks than anybody else I have ever known.
Felicia, when you get a chance, could you send a waiter over here? I am really parched.
You're not going to be here long enough to order a drink.
Which reminds me, why aren't you sitting here with your future husband?
Shut up.
I know Grant's reputation with the ladies. You shouldn't give a guy an opportunity like that to stray.
You can leave now.
You know something? I did a little research at my local public library. The Harrisons are one of the richest families in the country. Do you hear me? In the country.
I don't care.
You should. Corey money, Harrison money. We're not talking marriage, we're talking merger.
I'm not marrying Grant.
Give the guy some time, he'll pop the question.
Really?
A, for some unknown reason, the guy's really got the hots for you. B, look at your story. You're the Cinderella of the 90s. A candidate for presidency like could milk the hell out of this. My wife knows what it's like to be hungry.
I will not force Grant to marry me. And even if I did, what makes you think that I would ever give away the money I inherit to you?
Are you gonna make me go through this story again? Either you marry Harrison and hand over a big chunk of that money that starts rolling in, or I play show and tell. I show my scar and tell how I got it. And then Harrison's career goes right into John. Kitty Kelly writes an unauthorized biography on you.
Should have let me go in the water after her.
The water's freezing. Do you want to kill yourself? Besides, there's a diving team from the rescue squad already going in after her.
They have to find her. She has a tape that proves everything.
Is this yours?
No. Taylor had it. She was threatening Charlene when I showed up.
You say she shot herself?
Yes.
When the two of you were struggling?
Yes.
That little woman fought you off and turned the gun on herself?
Yes, and if we don't find
I gotta
her...
tell you, Dr. Hudson, from where I stood, it looked like you had control when the gun went off.
Come on, that's ridiculous!
And since you're up here and she's down there somewhere, we got a big problem, don't we? Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah.
You gotta listen to me, Ryan. I got a feeling about this. This guy's guilty. And I think I can get enough on him tonight to book him for a homicide. He's twice the size of that woman. He says she fought him off.
Okay,
Come on.
All we have is what you said you saw. Now, let's not hang them until we get their statements first, okay?
All right.
Then she said that even if Judy did escape, she probably wouldn't be able to help me.
What does that mean?
She implied that she'd hurt her badly.
Judy's in the hospital now.
Why?
An overdose.
Yeah, but I don't believe Judy took drugs. Taylor must have given them to her. Ryan, she fired at me and she would have killed John. Your partner's wrong.
And neither one of you was armed.
No, of course not.
How did you know to come down here to find Charlene?
Matt Corey and his girlfriend found Judy. They brought her to the hospital. That's where I first saw her.
Was she speaking?
A little, yes, and then she slipped into a coma.
What did she say?
I asked her who did this to her, and she said Benson.
Can you prove that?
No.
So, no one was in the room to hear her say Taylor's name?
No, Ryan, nobody. Look, when I got down here, I found Taylor pointing a gun at Charlene. She fired at her, then she took off. I ran after her.
So, she was armed, you weren't, and yet you followed her.
Ryan, you have to understand what's been going on.
Frankie told me what she thought was going on.
It's not what we thought was going on. It's reality. Taylor's been terrorizing Charlene for weeks.
Well, why didn't you call us?
Because she'd never done anything overt. Not until tonight. Look, I don't know what you think you saw, but I did not shoot Taylor. I tried to get the gun away from her. We struggled, but she grabbed it. She pulled the trigger, not me.
Search has been called off for a few hours. Water's gotten too rough for the divers.
Well, even if she is alive, the current's probably dragged her far down shore by now. And we'll know more when it gets light.
So we can go back to your place and continue the questioning.
Come on, can't we do this in the morning?
No.
I have to know the whole story from the beginning, John. It's for your protection as well. I also think it would be best if you had a lawyer present.
A lawyer? Why?
Looks like we might have a possible homicide.
Hi, is this Kent's car service? Yeah, I need a car to pick me up at 77 Meadowlark Avenue. As soon as possible. Great, thanks. A baby. In here. How did you know to find me here?
You're not the only psychic in the family.
I wonder if you can pass it on to your children.
Why don't we make some and find out?
Cass,
Yes?
this is horrible timing, and I know you're not sure about what you want.
But I am sure. That's why I tracked you down tonight.
Kathleen said that you...
Frankie, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I'm so sorry if I ever let you think that I didn't. I love you so much.
Do you think you could love two of us?
I just told you that Kathleen is
I'm
not
not
an issue.
talking about Kathleen. Obviously too early for kicking, but I feel different already.
We're gonna have...
A baby, yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes? Yes!
Am I crazy? Crazy kid. Okay, it's, please let there be a message from the past. Please, 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 please. Yes! Oh my God.
Why do I get the feeling I'm getting another lecture of the birds and bees?
No, I just want to make sure that you understand what I'm feeling.
Fine, just don't talk like Pops.
Of course I remembered.
You haven't done that to me in...
4 years, to be exact.
Okay. Okay, that broke the ice.
Oh, good.
Now we have to get serious.
Oh, well. All right.
Oh.
Serious. No, it's just that I've been thinking about being with you.
Could you speak a little less euphemistically, please?
Oh, sorry. I don't want to make any promises.
Have I asked for any?
I still might go back to Frankie.
Look,
Yeah?
there is one condition.
Okay.
This time for us, it's for us to find out where we're going. If we're going anywhere at all.
Right.
So there can't be 3 of us in the room.
No?
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Can you do that? I mean, can you separate yourself from your feelings for Frankie?
That's my plan.
Oh, well, it's good. It's good.
No strings.
Only on my bikini.
Oh, do you still have that hot blue number, that sexy thing that you wore down in St. Thomas?
That was on the plane.
Well, that settles that. No small planes wherever we go.
Definitely.
Definitely. Where should we go? An island?
No way!
No. Why
Because the last time we were on an island, Cecile was there with us, and you were her love slave, as I
never
recall.
gave in, as I recall.
No islands.
Okay. No islands. How about a small cabin somewhere off in the deep woods?
You? In plaid flannel? Chopping wood?
I can do that.
Oh, is that a thing for Paul Bunyan?
Ooh. We would be quite alone.
For once. Definitely a cabin in the woods with no phone. D&M Productions. Yes, he is here. Just one moment. It's your service.
Get this out? It's Winthrop. Okay. No, you were right in trying to reach me with this. What time did it come in? Thank you. I have to go.
Something's wrong.
Charlene Hudson was almost killed tonight.
How?
Had nothing to do with Carl, but her husband might be implicated.
What?
No, he was just trying to protect her, and... Look, I've got to go.
I know.
all right?
I can go.
We'll talk in the morning?
Yeah. Cass. Charlene is Frankie's aunt, right?
Frankie didn't call me.
I'm sorry, that was way out of line.
I have to help these people. They matter to me.
I know. Go.
So is it the cabin?
I'll buy the plaid shirts.
Okay, this is not going to solve any of your problems. So do me a favor, drink it slowly.
Thanks, Felicia.
So, you having some trouble? You want to talk about it?
Why would you say that?
Oh, I don't know. I've sort of been keeping an eye on you. And this is not a happy face.
I've got it all. Why would I be unhappy?
I don't know. Is that why you think you have to be nice to Jake?
I guess.
You know something? I used to actually like Jake.
Yeah, it seems a lot of people did.
Yeah, well, it'd be pretty hard to find anybody around here who would give him the time of day. That's why I keep wondering why you go out of your way to be his friend.
He's not my friend, Felicia.
No? Then why does he hang around you so much?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we have things in common. We both have something in our past that we'd like to leave behind. It's pretty hard to do if nobody gives you a break.
Honey, you are nothing like Jake. Okay, you probably were very poor and you felt you were nobody. But, you know, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, that isn't.
Hey, come on. You're a Corey now. And you've got this congressman who happens to be crazy about you. What is it? You keep wondering why you're so lucky and feeling a little guilty about that? Am I right?
Some things are hard to get rid of.
I know. I lived most of my life exactly that way.
You did?
Yes, I did. I know. I've had a lot of successes, both professionally and personally. I mean, look at me. I've got a great life. But, you know, every once in a while I look behind me and I keep waiting for that face to come up and take it all away from me.
Do you know who that face belongs to?
No. But you know what? There really isn't anybody there to get me. And I really deserve what I have.
Well, I wish I could say the same thing. Brent, what are you doing here?
The congressman had to fly to D.C. tonight.
Hello.
I'm sorry, Brent Powers, this is Miss Gallant.
Hello,
Brent works for Grant.
You are the official flower delivery person?
Well, among other
I
things.
see.
Well, I gotta get back.
Nice meeting you.
You too.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Brent.
So, does Grant do this a lot?
All the time.
Come on. Oh.
Yellow roses.
Yes, passion.
How do you know that?
Hey, doll, I'm a romance writer, remember? I know all this stuff.
Card is bigger than usual. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, is it?
You're kidding me.
Oh my God.
What?
We're having dinner with
George and Babs?
I won't go without you. All my love.
Let me see this. Oh, honey, honey.
Felicia!
This is very serious.
It's unreal, is what it is.
Now, you see, that's what I'm saying to you. It's all right to be happy. I have to go. Well, here. Tell
Thank
Babs
you.
I said hello.
All right.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Yes, I'd like something really private. No, I've never been to Silver Falls before. I guess I could trust your judgment. Yes, romantic is exactly the word I'm looking for. Stop it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean you. Yeah, that sounds really good. Good. Okay, so I'll call you tomorrow morning and confirm it, okay? Thanks. Bye. Hi. Oh, stop that.
Sounds like things are looking up.
I'm not going to talk about this.
Why not?
Because I don't want to jinx it.
Okay. I'm happy for you anyway.
Thank you. I didn't expect to see you again today.
I thought it was about time to see a friendly face for once.
Jake, dear, I don't mean to sound like your mother, but, you know, if you did something nice and constructive, like get a job or, oh, I don't know, something really wild, like leave Marley alone, people might be apt to cut you some slack,
Kathleen,
you know?
I know what I'm doing.
Famous last
I'm going to get on
words.
top again. I'm going to get this place back again. I can't figure out why you don't want to help.
You want me to help you get your ex-wife to love you again, Jake. I don't have those kind of powers. If I did, Frankie Frame would be learning how to carry on alone
You
as we
don't
speak.
seem to need that kind of magic. You're doing a pretty good job on your own.
This is private,
Last
Jake.
time I saw you and Cass at Sassage, you were at each other's throats.
I'd appreciate it if you kept this to yourself, okay? mean, Cass and I are taking baby steps. I mean, baby steps. It doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does. Don't you see? You've won. You beat Frankie. You got Cass back.
Hi. They're not here yet. I sent John's mother away. I didn't think she needed to hear all of this tonight. I pretended that I knew exactly what I was doing with this little guy here, but we were both a little nervous in case you hadn't noticed. Boy, am I glad you're here. Hi. So, you heard about the shooting?
Yeah,
From what I've gathered, Taylor was shot once and then fell off the pier into the lake.
Yeah, Charlene left a message on my machine.
Where were you?
Out.
Oh.
How did you find out?
Well, John called my service and they contacted me.
Where were you?
Frankie, are you okay? You look, I don't know, you kind of...
I'm worried sick about Charlene. You know, Taylor kidnapped her.
What else do you know about this situation with Taylor?
I know that Taylor is a wingnut.
Was a wingnut. Or apparently, they can't find the body.
Oh, wow. Taylor's been terrorizing Charlene for weeks.
You knew about this?
Yeah, I helped Charlene find out some things about Taylor's past.
Admissible in court types of things?
Who's going to court?
Well, no one yet, but John's message made it sound like the cops weren't completely convinced of his story.
I'll convince them. What's the matter?
I think something's happening with
What?
Gregory.
What do you mean something's happening?
Well, you know, that kind of thing.
Did you make a stinkums?
I know that you're supposed to deal with it in a certain way, but I'm not really quite sure what that way is.
I got you, honey. You're supposed to be in bed by now, aren't you?
Oh, aren't you, big boy?
Oof.
Yeah, you please.
Okay.
Did Mrs. Hudson say anything?
Oh, yeah, right. She wanted me to tell you that,
Come on, sweetie.
she's out of expressed milk.
Oh, okay.
What the hell does that mean, Frankie, out of expressed milk?
Don't ask.
Oh, that gets better.
Cute little guy for a stinker, isn't he?
Yes. Oh, okay. What the? Okay. Yes, okay, I'm coming. I'm getting you. Here we go.
He's your go. He's the best little boy. He's the
baby stuff
best
real
little
well.
boy, yeah. Well, I had a lot of little brothers and sisters who pick a few things up.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
You look good with them, Frankie.
I have
There's something I
to
want to
tell
tell
you.
you. Should I go first?
No. I will. They're here.
Are you all right?
We're fine. We'll
Yes,
be all
that's
right. Darling, oh, there's Mom. Oh, look. Cass got here first, and he sent your mother away because he didn't want her to have to hear all of this tonight.
Oh, well, he's okay.
Thank goodness he's okay.
Here, I'll take him.
You don't have to.
No, it's all right. I want to. Come on, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
There's
yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable night. This has just been unbelievable.
What's going on here? I was taking John and Charlene's statements, but I thought it'd be best if they came back home. Did you inform them that they don't have to say anything to you?
Ryan's partner thinks John shot Taylor.
What? Carlos said that?
Carlos saw the shooting, and from his vantage point...
Cash, she would have shot me. She was out of her mind. If John hadn't showed up when he did, if he hadn't shown up... Ryan, I want to know, is John being charged?
Look, Cass, Carlos says, What? Carlos said that John was in control of the gun. Is he being charged? No. Well, then I suggest you go home and let this family
At least let me get Charlene's statement. I have to know why she was alone with Taylor in the first place.
I would like to tell him, Cass. You knew that there was an ethics committee hearing against Taylor?
The two of you testified.
That's right, we did. Well, she was pretty much cleared, Ryan. So I knew she'd just continue doing the things she'd been doing unless I... You have to understand, I was afraid for us. For John and me and for the baby.
Did you go see her?
I didn't know what else to do.
You went alone?
I had to. If my plan was going to work, I had to.
What plan?
I pretended that Charlie was back and in complete control.
Why?
I knew if she would talk to me as Charlie, or if I could talk to her as Charlie and convince her that Charlene was gone, that she would talk to me. She'd tell me to leave town and leave John behind for her. And I was right.
I can't believe you did this, Charlene.
John, she finally admitted it. I got the whole thing on tape. Yes, Charlene, way to go.
What did she say?
Enough. She finally admitted that she had tried to drive me crazy. And she was willing to pay Charlie to skip town and leave a clear shot for John. And then the whole thing just blew.
How?
Because I had a confession. I had it on tape. I was out the door. And then I had to go back inside. Taylor had my car keys. And that's when she pulled a gun on me.
Then what happened?
Then she made me drive us to the amusement park.
Well, do you have the tape? Is it still at Taylor's house?
The last time I saw the tape, it was in Taylor's pocket. And Taylor's at the bottom of the lake.
Keep the fridge stocked.
I'll remember that.
No, you won't remember that, Jake. You'll get your own life.
Why are you yelling at me?
Jake, I love you.
I love you.
I risked everything. Everything that I worked for to come back here because I'd heard you were shot, and I thought it was my fault.
Then why are you letting people's attitude affect how you feel?
Don't you try that malarkey with me.
I'm sorry.
Look at what you've asked me to do since you got out of the hospital.
Kathleen, this is my place. Why can't they give me a job?
Because they don't want to.
I want it. I want it all back.
Then earn it.
I need a job. I need money.
Get a job.
Spoken like someone who draws a weekly paycheck. Come on, Kathleen, it is not that easy.
I can't talk about this with you. I say black, you say white.
Fine. We'll talk about how great things are going to be when you and Cass get back together and Marley and me are back together.
End of discussion. How about those Cubs, huh?
I don't like baseball.
Jake, I'm not going to listen to you about how much you love Marley and how important it is to you and what your life would be like.
I don't understand how come you're having such a hard time getting this. You're doing the exact same thing.
And that is another thing. Stop comparing my situation with Cass to yours with Marley. They are complete polar opposites, and you know it.
You just don't see it.
See what?
Cass is the only man that you have ever loved. He's the only man that you've ever wanted to spend your life with. When you realized you couldn't be happy or even live without him, you came back here, you fought, and you got him back, Kathleen.
I haven't done anything. And I'm not having this conversation with you for one more minute.
Fine. I am sorry. You know something? I didn't mean to bother you.
I'm not... You're not bothering me, Jake. You're driving me crazy with this unrealistic, self-centered talk, but you're not bothering me,
You
okay?
have a great time with Cass, all right, Kathleen?
Thank you.
This is the part where you wish me the same kind of luck with Marley.
Give it up, Jake, please. Let her go. For both your sakes, start over
I can't
without
start
her.
over, Kathleen. I don't exist without her. If I don't get her back, I'll die.
Jake. Jake McKinnon!
So we've decided on a small wedding.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We couldn't find the right castle. It wasn't my style anyway. But we didn't want to miss out on celebrating with all of our friends.
Hence a big engagement party.
Exactly. I thought it was a fair trade-off.
I think it's good. Maybe Luke and I should do that, you think?
Really?
Yeah. Jamie, what? You called the hospital?
Something's wrong.
No.
Jamie, what is it?
No, it's nothing.
Jamie, what?
It's just, we got the house.
Oh.
Yes, we got the house and accepted our offer.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. You heard.
Great. Well, it was kind of hard not to. You're causing a scene again, you.
Oh, you love it. And I love you, and I love our house.
Our house. I'll see if I can get rid of him.
Well, don't worry. I'm so happy right now, I don't even care.
Let's go to the Irish bar down the street, okay?
You know something? I actually like the atmosphere right here.
Please, Jake, come on. You can leave your motorcycle here. We'll make my guard the designated driver. We'll throw back a couple of shooters. What do you say?
I'm staying.
You know what? Why don't we get a bottle of champagne, a couple of glasses, and your coats, and you're out of here.
I love hanging out with romantic novelists. I love
That's good,
it.
isn't
Yes,
it?
it's
Yeah,
very
I'll be
good.
right back. I'll
Good.
see you a bottle. Excuse me. May I just take this? I'll bring you another one, I promise. On the house. Isn't that nice? And the glasses. I hope you don't mind. Okay, you guys, let's get out of here.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Why did you come back here?
Couldn't stay away from you.
See what your life is going to be like? Let go of her, Jake, or you'll never
Go to
be-
hell. But you better leave me in your will, otherwise I'll come back to haunt you.
Honey, you didn't upset them. Actually, they're getting kind of used to it, I think.
Well, we had a fight. I followed him here.
Can't you talk some sense into this guy?
Don't you think I tried? What were they celebrating anyway?
Oh, they put a bid on a house to buy, and it was accepted.
Oh, they must be really happy. Where is it?
I think Highland Lane, maybe?
Wait a second. I think I know that house. It's gorgeous. I took a walk up there. I saw the for sale sign. It's beautiful.
Charlene doesn't have to cooperate with this.
She's been battling Taylor for so long, she just wants this whole thing out in the open.
She should be talking to me, not him.
Well, I got her to talk about her childhood, and apparently there was something about her mother driving her father away. And carousel music, it just seemed to set her off. She completely smashed a toy carousel of Gregory's.
You saw that?
No. Ryan, Frankie and I found out all sorts of things about Taylor's past. A former patient drove his car into a median and then left her all his money. And her ex-husband, John, her ex-husband.
Yeah, I talked to Taylor's sister-in-law. She seems to think that Taylor may have had something to do with her brother's death.
How'd he die? I think you two said enough and helped Ryan enough tonight.
Do you mind if I use your phone? It's one in the kitchen.
Excuse me. Come on, Charlene, that's enough.
We've tried to warn people how dangerous Taylor was. Cass, are you worried? Do you think we should be worried?
Any lawyer would tell you not to volunteer any information to cops, no matter how innocent you are.
It's gotta be over.
Right, so just let me handle it.
Is Frankie outside?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I love you.
You okay? After what you've been through today, I should count my blessings. You'll be fine. Are you sure, Charlene? What did Taylor try to do to you? You can barely stand to look at Cass. Right? I think I'm pregnant. What? I can't even break the news to him. Great, huh? But you're not sure. I go to the hospital tomorrow to get my blood test. Well, then maybe it's not true, Frankie. You know, you've been under so much stress lately. Maybe you're just late. You knew when you were pregnant with Gregory, right? Not right away. If this is true, I want so much to be happy about it. And if it is, we will be. But if it's not, then maybe it just wasn't meant to be till later. I don't know what to do, Charlene.
Frankie, what's wrong?
To our new house.
And a new life.
And all the love and laughter that's gonna fill this place from here on in.
Jeez. I love you.
And I love you.
You're really going away for the weekend.
Cass just asked me.
To what? To see if you still...
We will.
You will what?
Felicia, come on. I mean, I know how much you care about Frankie. I know you're worried.
Well, I just don't know what I'm supposed to hope for either one of you anymore.
All I know is with this time alone together with Cass, away from this town and everybody associated with it, things are going to get back to the way they were. I'm sure of it. Bartender, how much would it cost to buy everybody left in this place a drink?
Kathleen.
Come on, who says you only live once? I'm starting on round 2 and it's starting to look pretty good.
You know, if you get up and start singing Everything Coming Up Roses, I am going to throw you right out of here. I'm not kidding.
Be happy for me. Please.
Frankie? Do you all mind if you come back in for a minute?
This whole thing cleared up. Will they?
What's the matter?
You have to help them, Cass.
I will.
Thanks. You come through again.
Before they came home, you said there was something you wanted to tell me.
Yeah. The roof is leaking again. We'd better get back inside.
We're waiting for Carlos to get clearance so he can talk to Judy.
Is she conscious?
Well, that's what he's waiting to find out.
She can help us, Ryan. She was in this from the start with Taylor.
We hope that he has a chance to talk to her. So, John, I need to ask you one more question.
Oh, come on, Ryan.
It's okay, Cass.
I know you said that Taylor pulled the trigger, but I also know what Carlos said.
Just remember what I said, John.
It's all right. You ask the question, I'll tell you the truth.
Do you have any reason to want Taylor Benson dead?
How the hell is he supposed to answer that?
It's okay.
Taylor was trying to kill his wife.
Cass, it's okay. If I'd had the gun, I wouldn't have killed Taylor. I'd have used it to get her to you. I wanted this ordeal over with, but I didn't want Taylor dead.
Hello? Yeah, hold on. Ryan. It's Carlos.
Yeah.
Judy's still unconscious, but you're not going to believe what I've got.
What is it?
Well, I'm in Taylor Benson's office, and she's got drawers full of tapes with, well, let's just say I've got John Hudson's motive for murder.
Guess I should get going.
Guess I should try to get a shower before Gregory wakes up.
Go ahead, you go first.
No, I got plenty of time. You have to get to the hospital.
I didn't get much sleep last night. You want me to call my mother and see if she'll come over?
No, John, I'm fine. I don't mind being here. Alone. Not now.
It's hard to believe that Taylor is really gone.
I have this awful thought.
What?
The way she died, I wonder if we'll ever be free of her.
We'll be all right. We just can't forget. We're both lucky to be alive.
John, if I ever lost you...
Lost me? Nah. You're never gonna lose me, Charlene.
Never.
Charlene. Oh, I'm checking up on you.
I'm glad to see you.
Oh, I'm glad to see you, too. Did you have the blood test?
Yeah.
And? Are you sure? Are you pregnant?
Hey, Kathleen.
Beautiful morning, great day for a drive.
This is your idea of morning?
This is your idea of a good mood?
I'm sorry.
We are still going, aren't we?
Yes, of course we are. I'm sorry. I have to get some things squared away before we can leave.
Did you get a chance to tell Frankie?
I tried, but things were really frantic out at Charlene's.
So she doesn't know that we're going away together.
I'm going to see her before I leave. I'll tell her.
All right, Cass, where is she?
Hello, Michael.
Where's who?
Hello, Kathleen. Stacy, I know she left town.
Well, then you know all she wants you to know.
What the hell does that mean? Come on, where did she go?
I'm not at liberty to tell you.
Damn it, Cass, don't do this. I gotta reach her.
No, Michael, what you've got to do is back off.
I mention these things in detail because it is imperative that I clarify my relationship with John.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, Jamie. You got a few minutes?
You look beat.
Yeah, well, I haven't been to bed yet.
It shows.
Obviously, this is about Taylor Benson.
I figured. Are you putting me on tape?
No, this is Taylor's, and it's loaded. Listen, before we go any further, this conversation's off the record. Clear?
If that's the way you want it.
It is. First, I need to know if John Hudson is capable of committing murder.
Are you asking me if I think John killed Taylor Benson?
Why didn't I just go to the little girl's room? Excuse me.
Stacy left town to get some distance on this mess that you dragged her into.
I didn't drag her into anything. Cass has caught us both by surprise. I care for Stacy. I care for her a lot.
And you show it by insisting that she filed your divorce?
No, that's not exactly the way it happened.
Come on, this was the easy way out for you. Stacy didn't want to do it. She was already too close to you. And she knew that Donna would really raise a stink over this conflict of interest.
Look, the only reason Donna is doing any of this is because she feels threatened by how I feel about Stacy.
She also believes that you'll come back to her. And why shouldn't she? You always have in the past.
No, that's what Donna wants. That's not what I want.
If you keep pursuing this relationship with Stacy, before you settle with Donna, you're going to hurt her, whether you want to or intend to or not.
Where the hell do you get off judging me? Why don't you try looking at your own life?
I haven't said anything to Cass yet. I'm waiting for the test results.
You must be going crazy.
Well, my homeopath says that he's never wrong about these things, but I've been thinking about it, and I don't feel pregnant.
Not queasy?
No, I mean spiritually. Nothing is different. I always imagined that when I got pregnant, I would know, you know, like the second it happened, I would start glowing or something. It's all this business with Kathleen. I'm so out of touch with everything, including my body.
And Cass.
Especially Cass. I thought you were going to tell him about this last night. So much was going on with you guys that
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't be. It's for the best. I needed a sleepless night to wrestle with all of the what-ifs.
It's not motherhood you're wrestling with, is it?
Charlene, I am so thrilled at the possibility of being a mother, but channeling a new life. But the idea of being a single mother scares the pants off me.
Don't think that way.
How can I help it, Charlene? At best, my life with Cass is on hold, and at worst, it's completely trashed. I think I'm carrying his child, and I can't even talk to him about it. I had wanted to share every step of this with him.
Now, you're going to tell him about this, aren't you?
I have to know that if he's coming back to me, it's for me. Period. No noble gestures, no putting the decision on the baby. I mean, if he comes back to me, I can't spend the rest of my life wondering why. All right. Then look at it this way. If you are pregnant, maybe there is a higher power working here. There usually is. Exactly. So why are you fighting this? Why not look at it as a sign that you and Cass really do belong together?
John's not a murderer.
It's just a question.
Why ask it? Is John under suspicion?
They were both in each other's arms when the gun went off. Both of their hands were on... There are an awful lot of unanswered questions in this investigation. I'm just doing my best to wrap it up as quickly as I can.
Ryan, John and Taylor were friends.
Well, could you describe that friendship?
They seem to be on the same wavelength professionally. Taylor was very impressed by John's research. She even submitted him for awards.
What about privately?
I know that John confided in Taylor about Charlene when she was ill. There were times when John was near the breaking point, and Taylor helped him get through it.
What do you mean, breaking point?
She had to be committed. John was devastated, but he knew he had to go on.
Do you think that Taylor was in love with John?
I have no way of knowing that.
Any gossip to that effect? Any rumors?
There was some talk about the two of them when Charlene left town. But I know John, and I know how he felt about Charlene, and I know he would never look at another woman.
What about when Charlene came back? Wasn't that the time that Grant was John's patient?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and he caused a lot of problems for John and Charlene. So much so that he gave Grant's case to you.
What does that have to do with anything?
Just wondering. Well, maybe that he thought he couldn't be objective about Grant's case anymore because he was so angry with him.
Ryan, if John was angry, he had reason to be. He didn't hurt Grant. He saved his life.
Did you ever see John lose his temper?
Not without cause.
He had a couple of run-ins with some of the administrators, right?
The former administrator, and she was gunning for John from day one.
Well, word is that he has a bad temper. Is that accurate?
You'll have to be more specific.
Did you ever see John blow up? Did you ever see him threaten my brother? Come on, Jamie, I told you that this whole thing was off the record. Between Grant and Taylor and Charlie, don't you think that John could have been stressed out enough to have murdered someone? Wait a minute, you're not even divorced yet.
What's that mean? I'm supposed to stop living?
No, you're supposed to think about what you're doing.
Well, I have. And I've made my choice. And if Donna doesn't like it, that's tough.
Talk to me about it in a couple of months.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell you what, as long as we're taking a moral inventory here, why don't we look at how you're choosing these days?
I am trying to reconcile a past with a present, and they're not matching up very well right now.
Well, it looks to me like you're stringing two women along and hurting both of them. Look, pal, at least I made a decision. I'm filing for divorce. Stacy, I want to be with. I care about Stacy.
Yeah, well, it must be real grand to be sure of what you want.
Now, this whole argument about Donna is only happening in your head.
Then why didn't Stacy tell you about her vacation plans?
How the hell should I know?
You got a big problem here, Michael, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. And her name is Donna.
No, I know every game Donna plays. I know. And this is one of them, and it's backfired on her, Cass. When you see Stacy, just tell her she can't run from me forever.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I found it very enlightening.
I better get back to this.
Can I help?
You can make some phone calls if you want.
Sure.
I just have a couple more things to do, and then I've got to meet John over at the hospital. Ryan wanted to question him again today.
Ryan's at the hospital?
Yeah, he's checking into background information on Taylor.
Well, why don't I go over there with you? I still haven't told him about our trip.
Ryan doesn't know about our trip?
Don't worry about Ryan. He's not going to be a problem.
I don't see why he shouldn't. Everything else is.
Why didn't you just give me those messages? I have a feeling that if we don't leave soon, we never will.
So, you think that we should ask the Justice of the Peace to come here to Tops, and we have the ceremony right here?
Yeah, if you'll come.
You know, it'd be nice to do it maybe on the terrace. You think so, with the sunset?
All the lights of the city just coming out. That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'll be like our, kind of like our first rooftop.
Kind of.
So you have no problem with a small, intimate wedding?
No, intimate is sounding better all the time.
Wow.
What?
We finally agree on something.
Oh, we agree on what?
Isn't it romantic? Recapturing our lost youth, are we?
Did we have an appointment?
Poor old Iris. I mean, she didn't have a chance, did she? I mean, all of that was just a means, a prelude to this idyllic ending.
I guess I've never made it quite clear enough that you're not welcome here.
Yes, you have, but never bothered me before, did it? Carry on.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Put goons at the elevator. I really hate this. I hate him. And you know what? He's going to do something terrible before he's through. I know it, Luke.
I've told you. Do you speak English? Well, I've told you I want every diary, every schedule, every inter-office memo, every traffic voucher that Charter Elm Investments ever used. Yeah. Yes, well, then get the records out of storage, you moron! Yes. Do whatever it takes. I need to know where Lucas ate, slept, parked his car, and blew his nose for every one of those 18 months. Have I made myself clear? Then please do as I ask.
Donna.
Hi, Lucas. Is Michael here?
I haven't seen him.
Is he expected?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to avoid him.
Now that's a switch.
Divorce is a very painful thing. You might even find that out yourself one day. Excuse me. I have to talk to you.
Well, that was quite an entrance. I'm very impressed.
You kissed me last night.
So it wasn't a dream. Yes, you linger on my lips, Bella.
It must never happen again.
What? Do you really think I'll be able to resist that little pout of yours?
Carl, you have to back off and don't ever pull anything like that again, or else.
Or else what? Bella, you know, you mustn't make me responsible for what you feel.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Could you check in on Judy?
Sure, first thing.
Do you believe she overdosed, John?
She had track marks on her arm.
I don't care. Judy wasn't a junkie. Taylor did it to her. She did it to her because of me.
Charlene, what happened to Judy was Taylor's fault. Judy was Taylor's victim, just like we were.
John lost his temper. That hardly makes him homicidal.
But he was violent. Somebody actually had to hold him back.
Ryan, there have been times I have wanted to punch out Jake McKinnon's lights. I have reacted exactly the same way. Does that make me a potential killer?
Maybe it was just easier for John to cross that line.
John was a corpsman in Vietnam. He has handled more stress in one day than Grant and Taylor could generate in a lifetime.
Yeah, maybe. But sometimes people just snap.
People get angry. It happens.
Yeah, but they don't shoot people either. Like I told you, all this was off the record.
I hope so. John and Charlene deserve some happiness. Maybe now they can finally find it.
Let's take Gregory down to the lake tonight for a picnic.
I like that.
It's warm enough out, and you and I could really... Hey,
Sorry, I was just thinking.
about Taylor.
No, about a phrase. The tyranny of weakness. Taylor's weakness almost did us all in.
We keep starting over, John. That's what it seems like.
No, we're not starting over. We're just moving on. I was thinking about something else, too. How much I love you and our son and this farm. And how grateful I am to be alive to appreciate it all. I almost lost you last night.
Ah, Mrs. Wheeler.
Detective Harrison, I heard you were here.
Hello, Iris.
Hello, Jamie. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, but I wanted to talk to Detective Harrison about the investigation.
No, I was going to call you before I left. I have to run.
I'll see you at the party, Jamie.
We'll talk later, Jamie. What's on your mind?
Taylor Benson. I feel there is something that I should bring to your attention.
What is it?
It doesn't place John Hudson in a very favorable light.
I know all about the Ethics Committee hearing on Taylor Benson.
But this is something else. This is something that I saw.
Go ahead.
Well, it was right here. It was a few hours before Taylor died. Dr. Benson was being physically threatened by John Hudson.
Donna, you're the most provocative woman I know. Why should I restrain myself?
I don't think you understand my feelings.
Well, then you fill me in.
I'm still in love with Michael.
Oh, that. But you know, you demean yourself to pine over a fellow who doesn't appreciate you.
He will come back to me.
Do you still have the stable?
No, it burned.
It's a shame. I used to enjoy those afternoons when you'd take me by the hand and lead me up into the hayloft.
I don't like to think about those days.
I do. I've thought about them often.
I don't do those things anymore.
Except with Jake.
Carl.
I still can't believe it. Jake, I mean, how was he?
That whole thing was meaningless. It was as meaningless as the kiss we shared last night.
That kiss was far from meaningless, as you well know. Otherwise, you wouldn't have your knickers in a twist. Come on, Donna. Be brave. Admit it.
Well, you do have sort of a dangerous appeal.
Is that a compliment? Well, if it is, thanks.
Well, I just can't get myself lured into another situation just because I miss Michael.
What exactly are you saying, Donna?
That we can be friends. We can't be lovers.
Oh, it's too late. I mean, we've been as close as two people can get.
But that was in the distant past. And I would rather throw myself off this terrace than give myself to you again.
Well, let's start from the beginning. When did this happen?
It was right after the ethics committee met to discuss Dr. Benson's treatment of Charlene.
You chaired that committee, right?
Yes, I did, and there was a lot of animosity between the Hudsons and Dr. Benson.
Go on.
Well, the result wasn't exactly what the Hudsons had planned.
Yeah, John left the meeting pretty worked up.
Yes, he certainly did. He walked out before a decision was announced.
What happened next?
Well, the committee decided that there was no real evidence of any wrongdoing. However, John and Charlene had raised enough questions for the committee to suggest that Dr. Benson take an indefinite leave of absence.
Did she?
Yes, in fact, she handled it very well. It was the Hudsons who seemed dissatisfied.
Well, how do you know?
Because I was passing by this room and I heard someone shouting. It was John.
This is wrong, Taylor. You were wrong.
I never wanted to hurt you.
Look, I don't want you near Charlene or Gregory. I don't want anything to do with you. Do you understand
John,
that?
take your hands off her. I can hear you all the way down the hall. Now, what's going on here? What's the meaning of this?
The meaning? Charlene and I tried to explain that to you at the hearing, but you wouldn't listen then. Why would I believe that you'd start listening now?
You all right?
I've had better days.
There's more going on between you and John than anyone knows, isn't there? Want to tell me what it is?
Let's pray.
personal.
What did Taylor mean when she said it was personal?
Your guess is as good as mine. She didn't spell it out.
Well, did she appear frightened?
No, not really, but she insisted that John had it in for her.
Why?
I don't know. I tried to press her, but she wouldn't say anything. Well, after, when she calmed down a little bit, she talked a little bit more.
Oh, I'll survive. It's John I worry about.
What do you mean?
He's a good man. And he's a very good doctor.
Look, you don't have to defend him to me. I know what it's like to invest in a man and then have him turn against you.
Will he do anything to protect Charlene? He knows that she'd fall apart if he ever left her.
I think I finally understand.
John just wants me out of the picture. And once I am, you're not going to have any problems with him.
Did you believe Taylor?
No, I don't think she was telling me the whole story. She was being very, very cryptic. Look, I can't let this go. I have to protect the hospital.
Thank you very much for all this information. You've been very helpful.
Detective Harrison, I want to keep this out of the papers. I want to keep it away from the hospital grapevine.
I do too.
Do you realize this could be a major scandal for Bay City Hospital?
We'll take care of this, and I'll talk to you about this a little bit later, Mrs. Wheeler.
Thank you. You just let me know when.
Certainly.
John told me today that our deep love for each other was the only thing that allowed him to go on while his wife was so sick, so destructive. He asked me to marry him when he could get free.
Come in.
Heard you wanted to see me.
Yeah. Is there news?
That's great. No, don't call. I'll be right over. Yeah, no, I will. Thanks.
Well?
I have to get to the hospital. The test results will be in 15 minutes. Oh, look at my hands. I'm vibrating.
Can't you just call?
I want to see that poor little rabbit with my own two eyes.
They don't use rabbits anymore. I know. Want me to go with you?
No, you stay here and think positive thoughts.
Are you
That'll be enough.
sure?
Absolutely.
All right, you call me either way, okay?
I will.
And will you call Cass?
Frankie? If it's positive, I'll call him. We promised each other no secrets. I'll see you later.
Ryan's questioning John right now.
Are you worried?
No, not really.
Well, I'm not going to interrupt them now. I have to go to the studio for a little while. And then why don't I just go home and put all my stuff in the car and meet you at the office?
We're going to have to get all of this past Ryan.
Well, you'll see him.
He's not going to be a happy puppy.
Okay, why don't I call Carlos and let him clear it with the fence?
Good. When you talk to him, see if you can convince him that we can carry our own luggage so that we don't have Igor tagging along.
I'll try.
Try very hard.
Okay. Does John get the number at Silver Falls?
Yeah, in case things heat up.
And he's the only one?
He won't use it unless it's an emergency.
Nobody else, okay?
Hey, that's the whole idea.
Anything else?
I still have to reach Frankie.
Cass, you have to tell her.
I know. I will.
So, should we synchronize our watches?
Hey there, Kathleen. I know how preoccupied I seem, but I'm really looking forward to this. I am.
Well, you better get moving then. I want to hit the road. The sunset won't wait.
I'll see you at the office.
I'm counting the minutes, literally.
You're such a drama queen, Donna, and you insist on thinking in absolutes.
But I still love Michael.
I know. I know your weakness for the corn-fed, good old boys type, but how rarely do they understand your nature, let alone the complexity of your needs? Well, someday you'll realize it, and when you do, you'll come back to me.
Carl, that's pure fantasy.
Oh, no. No, it's very real. And to prove it, I shall save myself, just for you.
What?
For abstinence makes the heart grow fonder.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yes. I shall deny myself the comfort and the companionship of all other females.
Get serious.
Beautiful women should never dine alone.
Sometimes it's preferable to the company that's available.
Myself included.
Do you really think I could share a meal with you?
Ducky. I think you're salivating at the prospect.
You tried to kill my father.
But I didn't.
Let's hope the next target is as fortunate.
Does anyone ever forget anything in this town?
Come on, it's your restaurant, or just close it for the day.
Okay, done. I think maybe we could get rid of some of the riffraff in here.
I'll take care of Carl. He's not going to spoil this day for us. We've waited a lifetime for it.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mike.
I'm looking for Donna.
Oh, I'm sorry, you just missed her.
Hey, Carlos, it's me, your favorite protectee. Guess what? I'm gonna go out for the weekend. Yes, I am. Don't be that way. I've got my own security. Silver Falls Inn, have you ever heard of it? Okay, I will call you when I get there. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Hey. Perfect timing, Kathleen.
Spray?
Yes. Oh, my lab results.
The doctor will see you now.
No, there's no body. They're still dragging it. The currents are pretty strong around that pier. Are you getting any sleep, John?
Some, yeah.
How about Charlene?
She's pretty upset about this whole thing. I guess we both are.
Like Taylor was pretty desperate towards the end.
Taylor was desperate all along, just very clever at covering it up. I wish we could have seen this coming, but I guess we didn't.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you a few more questions, John.
Sure, I understand.
I want you to describe to me one more time how Taylor went into the water.
Oh, come on, Ryan. I told you that last night.
Well, sometimes you can forget details or remember them the next day.
Well, when I got to the amusement park, I heard a gunshot. I went around to the carousel, and Taylor was holding Charlene at gunpoint. And then she turned the gun on me.
Did she fire at you?
No. She spun around and fired at Charlene and then ran off.
She's had the gun the entire time?
Yes.
And yet you still followed her?
Yes, because Charlene told me that Taylor had a tape on which she had confessed to everything. I told Charlene to call the police, and then I went after Taylor.
And you found her?
At the end of the pier. She turned and she aimed the gun at me. She could have shot me then, but she didn't. I realized that she was becoming kind of unglued emotionally, and I saw an opportunity. I grabbed for the gun. I had my hand on the barrel when she threw herself at me.
Where were her hands?
One was around my neck, and the other one was on the gun between us.
Did she say anything?
Yes. She said, "I'll be with you always." And then she pulled the trigger. I thought at first that I had been shot. The concussion of the gun, well, it stunned me.
Go on.
Well, she took a couple of steps back as she realized that she was shot. And then she started to bolt. I grabbed her arm, but she broke free and went into the water. That's everything.
Just have one more question for you, John.
Sure.
Were you and Taylor having an affair?
What, are you out of your mind? No.
There's something that I want you to listen to.
My greatest fear is that someone on staff here at Bay City General will discover the secret John and I share. No one must ever know that he and I were lovers.
Michael, you shouldn't really do it long distance, do you think? I mean, you should work it out after Stacy gets back.
I don't know if there's going to be anything left to work out.
Honey, Stacy would listen to you. I know she would.
No, she's just got to stop letting Donna intimidate her, that's all.
Yeah, well, that's going to be hard. Donna's bringing in the big guns.
Carl, I have asked you, very nice, several times to leave. Now please go or I'll ask Lucas to throw you out.
Oh, no, not that.
Don't underestimate him.
Actually, I don't. I remember reading, and fascinated I was, how Lucas had masterminded the apprehension of an uncouth fellow called Marius. I'm sure that was a bit out of character, wasn't it?
Not at all. Lucas is very loyal to his friends.
Yes, but I mean, to send a hood to trap a hood, that's... Well, that strikes me as a bit odd.
I don't want to dwell on this.
Yes, I'm sure, but it was right after that, wasn't it, that he went back to Felicia?
Yes. And that's when I learned who Lucas really was.
Well, stop the suspense.
We need to talk. Now.
He has such a winning way about him, doesn't he? Would you excuse me? And what can I do for you, old boy?
I quit.
You what?
Find yourself a new image maker, Carl. The raw material just isn't there. I can't work with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, according to the record, you have a difficult time working with anybody over a length of time. Why is that? Is your loyalty elsewhere?
You and I are going to have a little discussion. Come right.
Michael.
Just step into my office.
So it's official. I'm pregnant.
You'll need to set up your next appointment.
Yes, I will. I'm going to stop by the office this afternoon. I'd like to make a few phone calls first.
Go ahead, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So, maybe Charlene's right. Maybe this is a sign. And maybe with Kathleen gone, Cass and I really do have a chance.
Frankie? What are you doing here?
I guess I could ask you the same thing.
I need to talk to John.
About Taylor, or something happened?
No, they're calling it an accidental death. The case is still under investigation, so I wanted John to be able to reach me in case that changed.
Do you think it will?
I doubt it, but I'm going to leave a number with him where he can get in touch with me, just in case.
You're going somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you last night. I'm going out of town for a few days.
It wouldn't happen to be to Silver Falls, would it?
How did you know that?
So hard for John and me not to show our feelings for each other at the hospital. I have to make do with the smallest and most subtle gestures of his love. But I know he's right. Both our careers would be on the line, as well as Charlene's recovery if this ever got out.
This is garbage.
There's more.
No, there's not, Ryan. Not as far as I'm concerned. Look, this is all lies, a complete fabrication from beginning to end.
You mean that you made this entire thing up?
Every word of it.
Well, why would you do something like
because
that?
you knew it would always come down to this. Her word against ours. Don't you understand? This is how she operated, and she's doing it again with this tape. She invented things, fabricated them, and then tried to come up with some proof.
Why? I just don't get any of this.
That's the problem. No one does. No one understood her, but you got to believe me. Dr. Benson was a pathological liar. That's how she got away with so much for so long. This is all just garbage. She's setting me up. I can hear it.
John.
Look, I don't mind telling you, Ryan.
John,
I'm glad she's dead.
I don't owe you an explanation, Carl. We had an agreement you couldn't live up to.
No. But I would like my money's worth. It's curious, isn't it, that you move around so much?
What are you getting at?
Well, Iris and I were just reminiscing about an old partner of yours, one Marius.
It's got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, well, perhaps it does. Perhaps it speaks volumes about your character, Lucas. And perhaps I should be grateful that you didn't know you were in my employer, Charter Elm. Otherwise, you too may have been tempted to betray me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you did. I accept your resignation, effective immediately.
Good. And we don't have to talk again.
Allow me.
I'm very relieved, I am. Thank you.
Well, he took it rather well.
Well, it's the right thing, I know it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is that?
it's the elevator again.
Please stop that.
Okay. There you go.
What are you doing?
Just wanted to get your attention, Donna.
Well, you have it. What is it?
I want you to drop your complaint against Stacy. I want you to tell the Bar Association to stop everything and leave me and Stacy alone.
Stacy's not going to make you happy, Michael.
She already does, Donna. And everything you do to drive us apart simply makes us closer.
Well, that's about to change.
I don't think so.
I've hired the best legal shark in Bay City to stop this divorce.
Fine, he can't change the way I feel, Donna. He can't make me come back to you.
You're going to be in an old folks' home for secret agents by the time you're free to marry again.
Well, I can live with that.
What about Stacy?
What about Stacy?
She blackmailed me, Michael. She got her hands on the tape that Jake made and went power crazy with it, and now she's trying to take my place in Marley's life. Is this the kind of woman you want to spend your life with?
I lived with you, didn't I?
Frankie, how did you know?
Lucky guess. You're going away with Kathleen, aren't you?
I wanted to explain to you. I tried last night, but
When we were at the farm.
we hardly had 2 minutes alone together, and then I wanted to tell you today, but...
But what?
You beat me to it. Frankie, it's just to get away from Carl and to try
Don't
and
draw me
focus
any
on our-
pictures, Cass. I don't need help imagining what you're going to be doing there.
You had something to tell me, too. Something more important than just a leaky roof. What was it? Uh-huh. When can I get a full report? Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Ryan, this is not some irrational anger I'm feeling. Dr. Benson was trying to drive my wife crazy. Literally, when that failed, she tried to kill her.
Look, John, just calm down. I'm not accusing you or Charlene of anything.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
Good, because I was beginning to wonder. Look, I realize that we have to verify everything that I've been telling you. But it will all make sense once we get Judy's testimony. Taylor was using her. She coerced her. She got Judy to terrorize Charlene. And then when Judy wanted out, I am certain that your investigation will show that Dr. Benson injected Judy with that overdose.
Well, there's a problem with that, too.
Why?
The phone call I just got?
Yeah?
Judy won't ever make that statement. She died 10 minutes ago.